one by one, let's go through them. Natasha Morrison, third quickest in the world this year. That's saying something given the company that she's keeping under 11 seconds. Looks a little chilly here though, was a bit slow than most of the others in the qualifying. Javianne Oliver had a great indoor season, carried that to the outdoors as well. Has looked sharp and made it through without really having to dip. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson, the sensation of women's sprinting, made 10:70 and bits look so easy on 3 occasions already this year. Sort of times that others only dream of. Okagbare has broken 10.8 in the past and is in very good form, sub-11 form. Former medalist in the long jump at the Olympics, of course. And then Dina Asher-Smith, the darling of the British crowd, the world champion at 200 metres. Silver medalist in this event, though, and looked excellent in qualification. She was in a different semi-final. Ta Lou looks chilly. Well, medalist at 200 metres and at 100 metres and indoors as well. Normally a pretty good starter. And then Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. What can you say about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce? She's 34 now, but in 2019, she had what may well have been her best ever season. 11 times under 11 seconds that year, and of course, became the world champion again. And then Isla Del Ponte of Switzerland. I mentioned earlier, if you were with us, or might have heard me say that she had a bout of coronavirus recently, but she's recovered. Couldn't go at the World Relays, but she's here. The European Indoor Champion, she'll be in lane 8. Dina Asher-Smith, world champion. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, one of the most successful female sprinters of all time. Olympic champion, world champion. And then you've got the quickest in the world at the moment, the world leader, Sha'Carri Richardson. The women's 100 metres. Oh, Okagbare got a blinding start. Richardson got left a little bit. Dina Asher-Smith is out there. And it's Richardson and Dina Asher-Smith. Asher-Smith has the lead in a minute. It's going to be Dina Asher-Smith. She's going to get it. Asher-Smith wins. 11:35. Time not important. All about who won today. They'll all say it doesn't matter right now on a cold evening in Gateshead in May, because they'll all come back together, we would think, at the Olympics. But goodness me, she looked good in the semi-final. She looked the best, you have to say that. She's contended with the conditions. She's contended with this great field she had to face here. The time, of course, not quick in the wet and the rain and the wind, but she was sharp, Tim, very good.
Brilliant start from Asher-Smith, then fourth from left, yet dwarfed, by, of course, by Okagbare. But look at Richardson, coming strong late, and I thought with about 40 to go, Richardson might pull her back. But no, Dina stayed very strong all the way through to the line. She comes here so fresh, Steve. Don't forget, she said she hardly raced last year, apart from some minor races, to give herself a mental break as much as anything else, and it seems to have paid dividends. And she takes the win very comfortably indeed against the top field. You think the World 100 champion, World 200 champion, the world #1, umpteen others with very, very fast personal bests in that race, but Dina has won that by distance.
British win in British weather. Shining through the rain, though, Dina Asher-Smith. And that will give us so much confidence. As I said, the time doesn't matter. It's, as Tim was mentioning, you're winning against a stellar field here, and it's such an important year. Yes, Richardson will say I've flown in, and you know, these weather conditions, I'm sure none of them have enjoyed, but Dina Asher-Smith steps up and wins 11:35, as we were saying, a clear margin between her and the others. Ta Lou just getting ahead of Fraser-Pryce to take third in 11:48 to 11:51.
The women's 100-metre showdown at the 2021 Diamond League stop in Gateshead played out under brutal, uncomfortable weather. Freezing rain and sharp winds battered the athletes, creating a setting far removed from the warm stadiums they were accustomed to. Still, the lineup was loaded with global superstars, and what followed was a compelling display of grit, mental strength, and high-level execution from sprinters who had to adapt to the raw elements rather than rely on ideal race day conditions. The roster itself was remarkable. Jamaica's Natasha Morrison, among the season's quickest athletes, lined up next to the United States Javianne Oliver, whose explosive indoor season had made her a name to watch. Also present were Nigeria's Blessing Okagbare, a seasoned sprint and jump standout, and Marie-Josée Ta Lou from Ivory Coast, a consistent medal contender in the short sprints. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the Jamaican icon with multiple Olympic and world titles, brought unmatched pedigree. But much of the anticipation centered on America's rising star Sha'Carri Richardson and Britain's national hero Dina Asher-Smith, current world champion over 200 meters and the evening's emotional centerpiece. The moment the guns sounded, it became obvious how disruptive the weather was. Okagbare exploded into her stride, while Richardson's reaction lagged just slightly, costing her momentum early. From the heart of the track in lane 4, Asher-Smith immediately asserted herself. Her opening phase was crisp, compact, and technically clean, giving her an instant edge. With rain slicing through the air, she maintained remarkable posture and stability, refusing to let the conditions break her rhythm. Richardson clawed back distance over the final stretch, but the British sprinter remained composed to the finish, winning in 11.35 seconds. Far from a headline-grabbing time, yet an incredibly telling demonstration of control in miserable conditions. The crowd erupted despite the weather. Asher-Smith's victory delivered a clear message. Even against one of the strongest fields of the year, and in weather that could rattle anyone, she could command the race. Richardson followed in 11.44, with Fraser-Pryce third in 11.51, edging out Ta Lou. Morrison struggled to get comfortable and finished 7th. Though the clock wasn't kind to any athlete, the competitive level on display was unmistakable. Analysts quickly emphasized how important this win was for Asher-Smith. After stepping back the previous year to reset mentally and physically, she looked renewed. Her steady execution, particularly in such difficult circumstances, revealed both confidence and maturity. With the Tokyo Olympics approaching, this performance served as a reassuring indicator that her preparation was progressing exactly as intended. For Richardson, the race offered valuable insight. She had already delivered multiple sub-10.80 marks earlier in the season and arrived as the world's leading sprinter. Yet Gateshead reminded her that championship racing demands more than raw speed. It requires adaptability. European weather, unpredictable and unforgiving, presented a challenge she needed to learn from. Though she didn't claim the win, her strong finish highlighted her competitive spirit and refusal to back down. Fraser-Pryce, at 34, continued to show why she remains one of the sport's greats. Her third-place finish underscored the longevity of her talent and mindset. Her presence elevated the race, representing the ongoing clash of generations that keeps women's sprinting compelling year after year. In the end, the Gateshead final wasn't about chasing fast times. It was a test of who could remain poised amid chaos. Dina Asher-Smith's triumph before her home crowd embodied resilience and mastery. Through wind, rain, and pressure, she reaffirmed why she stands among the most technically polished and mentally powerful sprinters of her era. As the runners left the soaked track, camaraderie replaced frustration. Each athlete understood that this race was just a chapter in a much larger story. Yet for that single stormy night in Britain, Dina Asher-Smith reigned supreme over the 100 meters, shining through the downpour with elegance, strength, and unshakable focus.